Hey everybody, welcome to
Hello.
TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
me, Banshee, and a light that should be on that I forgot to turn on. There we go.
That's because you are the light.
Ah. Why, thank you, Mr. O.
So how's everybody doing?
Hope everybody is doing well.
Winter has apparently struck more or less, as well as
Oh my gosh, it's happening.
What is? What? Oh,
It's snowing.
I said it, and there it is.
I swear to you, last time I looked outside, when I put this up, maybe, 25 minutes ago, there was no snow. It was just wet
Well,
and
as
cold
some
and
people
rainy
know, I
looking.
have a weird energy with weather. I apparently can say or think things, and there it is. I don't know if I like
Thanks,
that power.
Mr. O. Will we get out later to exercise?
I don't know. We will.
We'll see. As I finish the rest of a gummy gingerbread cookie.
No, it only works with weather, Victoria. Nice thinking, though. Or seemingly only works with weather. Walking in the winter wonderland.
He hasn't won me the $1 million yet, so come on now.
Nope. I probably work against it because I'm just like, you're spending as much money as you could save for it over the course of so many years.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Anyway, I've got
Moving
a
on.
card for the collective. And, I've got a few tarot decks this weekend. We were reading cards Saturday.
Just
That's why
a
there was
few.
no happy hour at the Arts and Crafts store. Some of them, a couple of them, well, one of them is really abstract and it's going to take me a little time to work with, so I'm letting that go. The other two are great. They're all great decks, let's just say that. But the other two are more accessible and you'll probably be seeing soon. But I also got an Oracle deck that you can see right now because I had a couple of good reads from it already. It is the Mystic Wisdom card deck. And I think it'll be a good one. I think Violet is familiar with it. It's written by Gay Guthrie, and the art is by Josephine Wall, who does beautiful work. All right. Oh, they are very pretty. Very apropos. I'll have Mr. O pick one, as they can only be read upright, or seem to be made that way. All right. Hey, Dextrose.
Hi, Dextrose. Hello to everyone, of course. Thank you for coming.
All right, Mr. O.
Memories.
Oh, wow. That fits in with a sneak preview
No,
of our card of the day for tomorrow.
There's no number on it.
No, there's not. Our alphabetical. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Cherish memories of loved ones. When you lose someone dear to you, it leaves an everlasting void, and with it, you lose your personal sense of peace. You may be one of the many who believe your loved ones are still around, and you want to strengthen your connection with them. You can do this, as there is more going on behind the veil of God than meets the eye. You will experience visits in many different ways: a familiar smell, a nudge or a white feather. This is just of them saying hello. Everyone has a time to return home to heaven. And the mantra is, my loved ones are well cared for in heaven, or up there in the great beyond of whatever you believe. And, Mr. O, weren't you thinking lately that you were getting a few nudges that could be by somebody visiting?
In a way, we both did in a way.
In a way.
You saw
Well, I saw a shadow. I'm not
Yes.
sure about what that shadow was.
Yes. But for what it's worth.
For what it's worth, recall the people, that you've loved and lost, to the beyond. And really, they do hear us. They do hear us. I believe they feel and sense what we're feeling. So do that. It's very healing in its own way. It really is. All right.
So yesterday, I too bought a deck. It's not a brand new deck.
Are you using it today?
I'm using it today, and I'll get to that deck in a few. But I have a gaggle of decks here today. I've actually released from its service to Your Weird Week the Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot, as well as the Secrets Tarot. So those are on hand today. And then I also have brought in an oracle deck that I haven't used in years. It's the Cartouche Egyptian oracle made by the late Murray Hope, one of my favorite Egyptologists of sorts. No, more of an Egyptian magician than an Egyptologist. And this is the book that gives some information about the oracles, the Book of Talamantras.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it. I know you can't wait.
Victoria was making a comment about her late hubby showing up while having some energy work done, which is very interesting to me. And also Angel Rivera's arrived, so and Empress Aries.
Nice. Hi, everybody.
Somebody else. Hello. And this might be a fun time to announce some big news. My tarot class on tarot court cards, and I can't remember the exact name. Getting to know you through the tarot court has been accepted by Convocation 2024 in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I will be presenting a class there. I'm so excited.
And now that a particular larger occult or metaphysical convention is no more, Convocation in the Detroit, Michigan area is actually the largest indoor metaphysical convention, and it's been going on for 28 years.
Dex also came in. I forgot about Dextrose, but I think I mentioned Dex. Angel Rivera's son, Kara.
Yes, congratulations. We actually both have presented there a number of times throughout the years. We've presented either
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time since we did anything.
Let's make no bones about that.
Well,
COVID, there were so many things that interfered with my being able to present a class, my promotions at work, various other sundry projects I was involved in, leading a national chapter of a national women's organization. So I was pulled away from quite a bit of that. And we, during the COVID era, we weren't attending con, really.
Well, they kind of shut down. They were shut down for a couple of years. Then they did open this last February. And, of course, a lot of people got sick. And there was a lot of really weird situations. And they've ended up moving to a new hotel, which is really great.
Yeah.
They had kind of outlived a hotel that wasn't really keeping up with things.
Well, we are up to 16 people, Mr. O, so we're going to get
let's get going.
I thank everybody for congratulations. I'm really excited about this. I'm pumped. There are so many wonderful amazing presenters there, like Devin Hunter and Matt Oren, Oberon Zell, that, I'm pretty honored, but also grateful. There, I'm sure, are others from the local community, like the proprietor of the store we were at, Pat Rose.
Yes.
Who are presenting there. And
right.
So it's really, special that they leave space, for local community people to present.
If you follow our social media, I'm sure that either of us will be talking more about that, so check that out. And that's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or Threads.
All right, I'll let you use the deck first, Mr. O, and I think we should get this show on the road. Libra wants to know what's coming towards them, I believe.
Okay, I'm going to use the Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot.
Let's leave that at 3 cards this time. It's just what's coming towards Libra.
Okay, a regular 3 cards, you mean?
Yeah.
Got it.
I had a great time at the store yesterday. It was a little bit, I think, not as active for readings. However, there were like 6 readers besides us there, and we all got to do some readings,
Right.
which I thought was wonderful.
Pat speculated that maybe she had too many readers and she should have had less readers, and then more of us would have, had a bigger amount of clients. So, hindsight's always 2020. But she did mention today to me that probably when she does this again in the spring, she'll have less readers.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we're sorry about that. All right, so can you repeat Libra's question?
What's coming towards Libra? 3 cards.
Okay. It's death reversed.
Oh, now it makes sense.
It's the Hermit upright. And it's the Knight of Pentacles reversed.
I'm thinking here, I want to say, Libra, what's coming towards you is a period of time where you need to give some serious thought as to what you feel may be stagnating in your life, what you feel you can't push forward. I think with the Knight of Pentacles here, he's often slow, but at this point, he's just not moving. And you couple that with death reversed, something is stagnating and hanging in your life. And I think the Hermit is saying here, you need to go within and resolve this. Use some of this quiet winter time to and the long nights to really do some deep work. And before you go, I think you'll want to see this too.
So there is Father Time, the Sith, which almost looks like our Hermit there. And the Anchor.
Mm-hmm. So you see,
right. In my interpretation is so much similar to yours with the tarot cards there. This really is a time for you to try to ponder why you're in this inert status here, that it just sort of seems like you can't seem to make things happen. This isn't everything, but it could be the things that are the most important. And any progress you're making at all in that is also itself going slow. It may be that you are actually trying to pierce through this maze, but something is blocking it. It may be that you have to cut something away. You have to remove the thing that's anchoring you to these situations. That's the Sith and the Anchor.
You got it.
This thing, sorry, big hands there. Big hands, big heart. But I'll let you go in.
Well, you see that, there's something you need to cut the cord here, Cut that anchor away. Something that you are really attached to may be the issue here. And so you have to finally decide, once you cut, it might be something that makes you feel safe, that makes you feel secure, that makes you feel a false sense of comfortability. Because there's something else out there. So, life demands change. Life demands movement. And something is blocking that. And whatever it is, you're going to be far better off if you cut that tie or cord.
So that's what we have.
So we have for you, Libra. Good luck with that. Deep thoughts today. It was kind of a deep reading. Lena.
Spirit reading for the next 3 months. Okay. All aspects of life.
All right.
Of your life.
Oh my gosh, this is not convenient at all. What did I do here? I have a plate that had cookies on it. Guess I'll put it here. Oh, if you're wondering where the cats may be, it's my fault. It is. Part of it is. I don't know where Shadow is. Shadow was up in the tree. But on our bed, we have this like a light comforter, and then we have a thicker kind of a winter quilt. And I had the comforter on top of the quilt for the longest time, but I switched them around, And Shadow, I'm sorry, and Sassy and Sunny really love laying on it.
Hi, Alicia.
So it's my fault, totally, completely.
Good morning to you.
Hey, Alicia. All right, so now that this is totally inconvenient to me, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my cards out of here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's just me. Clutter Queen. I got
You're
all
welcome,
kinds
Libra.
of oracle decks here I'm probably not going to use, so we'll see. I mean, I'm going to use an oracle later for someone, I'm sure, but oh my goodness.
Okay, we will do your question, and
We apologize, little disheveled.
and you'll
today.
have to navigate back to it, Dex.
I'm just moving this here for now. I'll figure it out later. But I gotta move my cards around so I can reach them. Yeah, it's gonna be this way, and I'm gonna work from the back forward.
This is
Okay?
such a buzzkill, Barb.
I know I am, I know. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry. Okay, Lena, spirit reading for the next 3 months.
We wish we could be faster sometimes, but we just can't. So thanks for leaving your question and coming back to see that. It's probably the best way if you're inclined to surf around while you're waiting, because if we fill up fast enough, we won't be able to reschedule you. We just won't, probably.
Hey, it's our blanket, not theirs, Victoria. You know, it's pretty big, too. I mean, it's this big queen-sized quilt. But they love it, and they love it when it's out front. I did have the other one on top of it, not to keep them off of it, because it just made more sense. The other one's a little shorter. So, but
Hi, Dr. Victor.
whatever the case may be. All right. Well, you called me a buzzkill. This card is a buzzkill.
Aw.
It's a star reversed, Lena. That's your first card. Yeah, and then we got the 8 of Canes upright. That's the 8 of Swords. But then we have the Sun upright. Hallelujah. All right.
In the Lenormand, we had first the Child, and then the Snow Lady or Lady, or perhaps yourself, Inquirer.
You know, Lena, falling into a state of self-doubt or questioning yourself, your ability to achieve the goals or the life you want to be living right now for yourself, you know, falling into that could lead to being, you know, a whole lot more pessimistic than you should be about life right now. Think positive thoughts. Think the light will return, because you have every right to feel and be successful. This is the spirit message. I could have done, you know, what's the message? Why is it important? And it would almost come out the same way, really, when I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically, you know, the pessimism and that is coming from inside of you, and self-doubts that you may have about either your future, achieving a particular goal, whatever the case may be. And really, you need to literally brighten that up. You know, they're on opposite ends of this here, and this is where you could be. And it's a process, you know, I would just say. Allow yourself, though, you know, there's another aspect to the Child that I do not talk about much here, but allow yourself to feel that awe and sense of wonder as a child when approaching even the challenges in your life, you know, and how you're going to overcome them. This is like attitude, I really feel here, as Spirit wants you to work on.
You know, that's
And
a
faith.
nice compliment, or statement there, rather, sentiment, because of course children are often the focus of the Sun card.
Yeah,
So, Lena,
that's
this
right.
is exactly right, that a lot of times, you know, you may be looking at your life, all aspects, as you say, under your own perspective, which tends to limit you because maybe you're looking more at what keeps you from the success you want rather than envisioning the areas that are more successful for you or where you still can build on. This reading really says you have to kind of trust in being more positive minded as part of that process of maybe moving you towards your goals, the all aspects. And it still will be a little bit slower, child's, learning steps. But it is really what is going on for you is that you need to not look at yourself as a prisoner of your fate, but as somebody who can escape it and really move forward towards your better future.
Lena, good luck with that. That's what we have for you. I hope I made up for my...
For your what?
For my buzzkill of the show.
I suppose.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Dextrose. If you're still here, I hope you get recharged. Yeah, tablets do take a long time. I know that from personal. So it looks like Victoria's up. Hey, Victoria.
Victoria, you got here
Well,
early.
I get the good news I've been looking for on Monday. How do you want to do that? Yes or no, or what?
Let's do 3 cards.
Okay. So I'm going to use my Secrets Tarot.
Oh, am I doing the Lenormand? I am.
Yeah, if I give them to you.
Yeah, that's... What was I going to say? Oh, Violet, I was going to say I saw your comment about the Josephine Wall diamond paintings. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I see your question, Dr. Victor.
Yep. Well, you're way down there, Dr. V, today, but we'll get to you.
But it is an interesting question, I guess is what I meant to say.
Yes, it is.
Good luck.
You're awake. I was awake off and on all night. I don't know what it was. I mean, the news was exciting I got about the class, but I don't think it would keep me awake. Just was weird. I just kept waking up and falling back asleep again. Then I got up at one point and said, oh, it must be almost time to feed the cats, although they weren't in there. And then I looked at the clock and it was like 4:25, and I'm like, no.
All right, so our friend the Hermit is back in play again, also upright. The reversed Ace of Swords and the reversed Knight of Cups, Knight of Chalices in this deck.
Interesting, though, Victoria, here.
Oh, you gave me 2.
What? Put them all out there in the order.
It's a chip. It's a cheat. You pick the one you don't want. No, wait, that's not how it works.
Well, it's certainly... Okay, when I thought it was the 2 cards, I thought it was interesting, and now I'm getting a weird impression. So, the Hermit, that could mean to me a couple of different things. That could mean that you get the wisdom you seek, or you do figure it out for yourself, maybe, what the answer is you're going to get.
No, they're staying, Victoria. You cannot get rid of the mice.
I'm sorry. It's just gotta be. They stuck together for a reason. I think here the Ace of Swords reversed could indicate, in the Knight of Chalices, to me, this could indicate you get the news you were expecting, but it's not everything it was cracked up to be. Or this could mean that you're disappointed because you're not getting the news you're not getting the news you expected.
It doesn't seem to look favorable. You are definitely disappointed or not liking the outcome. The Hermit, if the cards were a little better, would say, oh, and you're working from home, which we know you like.
Yeah.
But in this context, it probably means you're still out there looking. You're still seeking.
Well,
now,
if this is about that.
Well, you asked about it. If you'll get the good news, you expect
from where?
on
A boyfriend?
It says that they were expecting on Monday.
Yeah.
So they qualified it. Well, How many good news were you expecting tomorrow? Just one or several? She's trying to give you leeway, I think.
No. I just didn't make assumptions. I give you just, the news ain't coming. Look unless you had said it was specifically career, and then it would be more specific. But the thing...
Only one, see?
But the thing is, we have the mice in the middle of these two cards here. And I almost feel it's saying that this is based on there's trouble here and stress related to a decision or choice being made. And it does seem, when I see this card, to have to do with business or work.
Is it possible that you wouldn't accept the job because of certain conditions? Like maybe the idea of working from home? Maybe that's the crossroads? I'm just wondering.
Well, hey, Parlis, it's no bother at all when you make nice comments like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But I'm wondering if that's possible, that maybe you might not like the offer. And that you still find, there's a sense of annoyance.
That's what, I kind of did go both ways with that, too, yeah.
I see. Okay, but still, since you don't have the offer, you don't know if you really are going to like it. And maybe these cards
go ahead.
Are suggesting that maybe you won't like it.
Hey, at any rate, it looks like Monday. It's either, I won't rule out the fact that it's just not coming on Monday. Maybe it's true. The news may not be coming.
That's right. It could mean a couple of different things. You're right.
So there could be something that is delaying it.
I'm being awfully doomsy, eh?
Well, the cards were kind of doomsy. There's just, no good way to look at that. I apologize. But, the Hermit's the only one here. You are seeking the answers, and it's just as if it's either slow in coming, or when it's coming, it's not all it's cracked up to be. And there does seem to be some stress and tension related. I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you all the time here lately, Victoria. It just bums me out. So, I'm sorry. But that's what we have for you for now. At best, and I will say this, it could just be delayed. I like what you said there because that somewhat does resonate with me. I think it's highly possible that it's just going to take a little longer than you would like. Now, that's not the Knight of Pentacles there, it's the Knight of Chalices. Still could be disappointing.
All right.
Holding on to Tuesday. That's right. There you go. I don't know.
I didn't know we were that good.
Oh. All right.
Who's up?
Lucky Luck is up. Hey, Lucky.
Gonna get some guidance for the full moon energies.
What can we do here for that? Let's see.
I'm going to use the new tarot that I mentioned I acquired. It's called the Barbary.
Oh, those are my Lenormand.
What? You
used the cards last time. I did not. It's true.
Well, I'm sorry, but you'll have to wait.
You are not using the bar. Remember, I drew the 3 Lenormand?
That's beside the point.
Put the cards down.
Yeah. Or what?
Because I'm using my Cyril Marchetti Voice Vision Tarot.
All right. Hi, Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
We're bickering.
Hey, Claudia, it's a pretty long list here that you likely are very close to the end of.
Right.
If you want to leave your question with Violet, that might be advisable, but we'll be happy to read for you.
But if you leave your question, then we will do it in its order, which means it'll be towards the end of this podcast. You could just come back later to see it if you don't stick around. Stand by for bickering.
It's my turn.
To bicker?
For that too.
I see.
All right. Yep, only one slot left. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're now challenged. We're going to have to keep the jokes and stuff rolling.
Oh gosh.
I got a lampshade somewhere. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Indian head style graphic to put on screen when bickering.
Aw, shucks, Claudia, thank you. My mother said I was either going to be a comedian or a lawyer.
I think I have the more humorous chops here myself, but...
Ah, true, but I have the controls to the microphone.
All right. That being said, let's get back to work. How about that? Guidance for the full moon energies. Wow, here's the guidance. You know, full moon is in Gemini, I believe, right? And that's my rising sign, by the way. You know, the moon, we got the moon card right here, reversed.
Interesting.
You know, use this energy. I think, you know, we're doing my reading on this one.
Okay.
So what is the guidance? The guidance is use this energy to reveal things, you know, about yourself, or maybe even to reveal things to others, you know. If there's somebody that you need to, I don't know, come clean with, or express your feelings to, or to show people what talent, skills you have to offer, maybe that's how to use this energy. Communicate. And also receive communications as well.
She only has Gemini in her chart somewhere. I don't believe I do. But to me, I think that this could also be indicating, lucky luck, that there may be some emotional issues that you have to work around too. Not so much your own, but maybe your interactions with other people is what I'm feeling. So maybe that this is either a time to cut some ties, or to come clean with people, or have other people come to you and you be receptive to them.
So why is this important? And it's our friend here, though reversed, death. We had death reversed earlier, too.
Yeah, so death is reversed.
Wow. So why is this important? Because maybe, as Mr. O just alluded to, you know, there may be things in your life you need to let go of, or people that you haven't been, you know. Or maybe there's certain situations that you need to finalize, put an end to, so you can move forward in a more positive, you know, in a better direction. I think here, you know, that this clearing the air, or sharing knowledge or wisdom, or even gaining it, is important to moving you out of a period of stagnation.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here a little bit because of the way I feel about death reversed in general, and I'm combining it with that moon reversed, and I'm thinking this is important because what you may be discovering, finding out, or trying to understand, deal with, relate to, is that other forces or situations have been compounding this effect on you. Either the inert feelings, or the feelings of not being able to find out or discover something. That seems to be just a sense I'm getting there, that maybe, you know, there are other possibilities involved in why this is, and that's why it's important for you to resolve it, because you may not realize that, and you may be able to make change once you do.
Well, lucky luck, this is just a very powerful energy with this moon for you, I think. Because where are things headed? It's your third major arcana card in the reading.
And the Hermit has already appeared at least twice.
Death has been here once. And so again, you know, this is a card to really tap your inner wisdom during this period, you know, so that maybe it will assist you in, you know, figuring out what it is here that is blocking you. It looks like something is going, you know, as I look at this, it looks as though some important knowledge could be, you know, revealed to you through communication, through, or maybe, I don't know, it's just going to come to light.
I'm going to go a little differently.
Yeah.
Well, because I have sort of felt that the tenor of the previous card suggested there were interactions with other people or situations.
Yeah.
this may be leading to the idea that you may feel you need to withdraw from those other influences so that you can kind of sort it out at your own pace or on your own terms. That maybe interactions from others just really sort of is casting a pall of sorts, and you just really want to be able to analyze this purely on your own terms.
Sure. What else you got?
All right, I got these.
Okay, I'm waiting.
You're being mean to me.
No, I think
Yes, you are.
I think your interpretation was fine.
Okay,
Solid,
so there's
fine.
the gingerbread, and there's the clouds.
And what is the gingerbread?
The
number?
garden.
Yes.
I don't know them by the numbers, so that's worthless to me.
Learn them.
I squish
Let
you.
numbers be your friend. But you know what?
Oh, right, great mathematician. How do we count?
Hey, it works. So, look at this. Look at this.
So the garden represents the idea of a public realm, a public sphere. You know,
Your public face.
your public face, that kind of thing. The cloud sort of has the idea of confusion there, maybe clearing or maybe not clearing. And generally speaking, we might say that the light side of the clouds is facing the garden. So this could be saying that maybe as you understand this about people and your situation and maybe that need to sort of recluse yourself, you know, other people, maybe what was confusing about their motives or their influences may start to wane.
So with my interpretation, I look at that and I say that, well, first off, I think there is clarity to be had. I think that, again, this could indicate that some air needs to be cleared. You know, in a way, the fog needs to lift, the clouds need to part. And so I feel here that maybe, you know, this means the clouds need to part and you're going to see people or situations for what they truly are, you know. And it may come through other people, it may come through communicating, you know, what you have found out, you know, about other people. And I think that this is very powerful, whatever it is. It's really interesting that we have all these social elements here, you know, to a certain extent, or at least knowledge and stuff.
Certainly that potential.
In a moon in Gemini, full moon in Gemini reading. Because Gemini has that intellectual quality. They have that communication quality and socialization. I think there's a lot of interesting Gemini energy mixed in here. So good luck with that, Lucky. Spent a little time there, but that was really interesting. Hey, V, you are up.
And V has asked what is coming towards them in love. All right, so now I use the Barbieri Tarot. It's a Lo Scarabeo. I like it. I bought it yesterday. It's from 2020, so it's not especially brand new. I hadn't seen it before, and
it's definitely a Mr. deck.
Yeah, I think I will end up using this on Goth Tarot at some point. It's just dark enough and different enough in some respects that I think it would work well for that. So we shall see.
Hey, you're very welcome, Lucky Luck. Good luck working with those energies.
You're welcome. Good luck. All right.
I'm just going to do 3 cards on this one.
Sure. But it's my deck.
That's right. I was pulling this out for another reason this time, yes? I'm just trying to get ahead of having my decks out there.
If only you had
I
it
really
yet.
did not want to swipe your turn like you were so willing to do to me.
Sure. 6 of Wands.
Just so you know,
upright.
we did not fight like this in front of our clients yesterday.
We fought worse. Okay, and 5 of Wands. So 6 and 5 of Wands, they're both upright. And then, I guess I didn't shuffle them very well because it is a new deck. Because I had the 4 of Wands. I thought I shuffled them well, so I'm sorry.
They might be
We're
there
just
for a
gonna have
reason,
to
and
go.
wands can,
We're
you
just
know,
gonna have to
apply
go with
well to love, I think. But it's really interesting the combination that we do have here for V. Let me talk about this a minute. It's the 5 and the 4?
It's 654.
6, 5.
All of wands.
So
I
crazy.
didn't shuffle these well.
So the 6, well, that's why I always puppy pile them and mix them around a lot. But the 6 of wands, and they're all upright too.
Yeah.
I still say this is valid because it's kind of
Let's go.
interesting to me. The 5 of wands and then the 6, correct?
No, it's 654.
You said 654. Okay.
I did.
So how do you? I guess I think what's coming towards you is standing out, in a crowd, being able to do that. The 6 is about getting recognition, getting noticed, getting attention by people that you want, their attention. However, it is challenging because right now there's just a lot of people out there vying for the same things or the same people that you are looking for. And so I think what you're finding in love for a while is that it's tough standing out, but I have a feeling, because this card is upright, that you are going to get noticed and attention. You will be able to kind of get somebody's eye here. And the 4 of wands is indicating that there could be a positive outcome. And what I think here is, when all is said and done, that you might be, either getting the attention of somebody you have in mind in love, or if you're working on a relationship where there's been a separation or something, it's possible, they might be working their way back.
Yeah, it is pretty. Thanks, Victoria. And I like what you said too, Angel. I like this artwork a lot. It just did appeal to me. And I feel Banshee's pretty much on the mark. This card is saying, V, that either you will be or you're finding ways to stand out, especially in either a crowded field or a field where just there's enough other tensions going on, whether they're from externals, your possible, I can't think of the word, other people who are vying for the same thing. Thanks for helping out.
I was keeping up with the chat, as you like to say.
No, you aren't.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
So, do you have anything else?
I was looking for a word and you failed me.
Wow.
Anyone? Thanks, Victoria. Appreciate that. You always come through. Competitors!
Sure, you're literally the last one on the list, so it's going to be a long haul. If you want to leave a question with Violet, we will do it.
No, you were right the first time. Yes, I will put up the list. Is closed. Hi, Sherry. And V, I guess the final card is what perplexes me, because I don't know if in looking for love you're already moving to long range, scenarios, like you want to be happy in a home somewhere. This could be that implication, but it doesn't necessarily imply marriage. It could just also be providing the idea of stability and foundation to keep building on too. So these things seem to be what's happening, or where you really want to be going, but I'd say that they look more like what's happening. Thank you. You're not that far from it. The sleigh, whip, and the key.
So the key is, this is kind of interesting, it might be saying here that competition is fierce. It's fierce. I almost feel like this whip aligns itself with that 5 of wands quite nicely here. And I think you just have to recognize that, and whatever you can do to attract what it is you want in life, is possible here. If you're in a relationship and you're not getting the attention you deserve, or something has gone wrong, that, other competing forces may be the reason why. That this person is preoccupied with other things in their life, and you're up against that. This is a tough battle. So just be in it to win it, whether you are single and looking for a new love, or if you are working towards trying to rebuild a relationship that's kind of been on the skids. And that's what I have.
Yes. To me, I guess the idea is that just because I saw it there too, which was unusual for me to interpret that this may be moving quicker than you imagine. And so that's the key to us, is that this is something that may be moving really fast, and you'll have to keep up with it. And like I said, I don't know if that's ultimately where you want to go and how fast, but that's where it seems to be inclined to be. So good luck.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Good luck, Bea. Wow, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
I'm now using the Owl Tarot.
I'll be watching for that. Kritika, my question about the future, my connection with Anit Kumar.
All right.
Don't forget, we'll be back on Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Well, if they are, they are, and if they aren't, they aren't. And certainly everyone must know by now that, we're stopped,
Are you ready?
I am, but you could reach that as well as me.
No, I think you're doing this. You get it better in the picture. I can't see your screen. This is blocking me quite a bit. It's blocking your screen. And I have a delay on mine. Okay. So basically we have the Seven of Pentacles there, upright. We also have the Seven of Cups, upright. And, wow, finally upright. We've been seeing this card so much reversed lately. It's the Three of Cups upright. Sheesh. All right. So this is about your commitment or, your future connection with Amit. Okay. Well,
it's still happening. It's still a process.
There's 2 sevens, aren't there? There's 2 sevens.
Where's the other 7? Oh, you're right.
There's 2 sevens. So I look at this and I think to myself, first off, that owl is very introspectively looking at, what has grown here. Is it growing? Is it growing properly? Is it moving in the direction it should be? Will things pan out? Will things come to fruition? Is basically, on this owl's mind here as they kind of step back from their work to see what's happening or developing. And when you have that Seven of Cups here, it's kind of indicating to me that, you need to think of ways, think of all the ways that you can manifest what you did, the kind of connection you desire with Amit, in the future. And there's lots of possibilities and options open to you that could lead to a true connection, a true lasting connection. I love having the Three of Cups at the end of this here. What do you say?
For some reason, Kritika, I sort of feel these cards in my sense that they relate a little bit more to him, Amit, looking towards you, and the idea that maybe they're still attending of the garden, that it's not really ready for the move in some respect. So this could be just saying that they're not really ready to pull things together yet. And it could be that they're just considering other things that will enhance the relationship. That's the Seven of Cups. And I think it is, though, definitely all about the relationship, that they want to make sure that they have a happiness there. So I sort of feel like, whether we look at it from your perspective or a little bit from their perspective, there's a lot of happiness seeing a potential unfold and wondering what are the other ways to enhance that or to continue making it really special.
It seems like there needs to be a way to cut through the confusion or uncertainty of your path forward. You know, there needs to be a way to try to either break the ice or clear the air so that things can move in the direction that they are meant to.
I like that too, because the clouds does talk about, the sense of confusion, and when it's the dark side, it seems to be hard to clear away at that. So I think this card is also saying too, and I think Banshee said it better, with the tarot, but there's a communication aspect here that needs to happen in a better way of trying to figure out what exactly you can cut through to understand what each of you both feel, because in a way that's, I think, why this happened, that I sort of feel this could be either of you feeling those things. You just need to communicate better.
Estelle, type your question now, right now. Okay, all right.
All right.
Because we can't waste more time than we already have. We're going to keep this thing rolling. All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. It's interesting, we've been getting today, I've noticed the clouds have come up quite a bit too, as well as things like the scythe and the whip. And I feel that there just may be some need for aggressive or more swift action. Hopefully it's not also meaning that there's going to be arguments and strife. Depending on what those cards fall with in the Lenormand, that could make the difference. All right, Estelle, we truly need the question. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to get out my other deck, and I know I'm using the Lenormand, so let's see. I'm dancing in the dark. Going to be switching up some of my decks for next Thursday. Some will remain. Where and how can I meet my future husband? Where and how? Okay. Good idea for this, Mr. O.
Yes.
Do you want to do where and how?
Sure.
Like 2 and 2?
Sure.
Let's try that. See what we get. I think though you should just do one Lenormand for the whole though, for this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Kritika. Okay. Where the first?
Oh, I'm doing it again, aren't I? Don't mind me. You could stop me, though.
I didn't notice. Why do I?
I did say I was bringing it out for the reading later, and then I
have to monitor you?
I'll focus.
You
on
do
this.
you. Okay, you do you.
Oh, because I was no help with one word. I'm gonna be treated badly the whole show.
With the where, we have the sun reversed. With the how, we have the Four of Wands. That's the first ones. Then with the second one for where, it's the Six of Cups.
Oh.
And then with the how, it's the reversed Knight of Cups.
Okay, what's the first card in that one again?
The sun reversed. This one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the where.
All right, I want to get these Lenormand out there, and I've got 1, 2. Definitely got one of each this time. All right. So it's a child and home. Gosh, Estelle. You know, I don't like to always tell people to live in their past.
There's something though, right?
But there is something here. And I think I'm talking about a deeper past, from from days really gone by. That maybe there is someone this is where you need to look. Does this mean you need to look around your childhood home? Does this mean you need to look among childhood friends, people you went to school with? It's really interesting, but the where almost seems like it's not far from home. It's a short distance.
I'm wondering if it pertains most likely to people who you knew from an education situation, because it's the sun. It is reversed, but the sun still carries a lot of its meaning. And of course, I think by extension, we're talking about learning processes of some sort. So even if it wasn't a formal school, maybe there's somebody who studied similar things to you. Maybe you studied them in the temple or somewhere else, but maybe they were somebody that was connected to you. And if they weren't children that you knew as a child yourself, maybe they are just people who impressed upon you their more childlike innocence or manner and things, just sort of a vitality you felt about them, because I think that's why maybe we get the other child showing up too.
Another thought here, but with the sun, the reason I think the sun for me just means that this person and you may not have been very closest, as children. You may have been, but you didn't feel totally bad about each other. It's just that you weren't
connected.
You weren't connected. Thank you. But I'm wondering here too, and I see this, Asal, if it's not so much from your past per se, maybe it's coming from a sibling, a sister or brother, or somebody who introduces you to someone. I'm not ruling that out.
That's interesting because, of course, we're having the home twice in a way,
right.
Because we have the Four of Wands there. I like that idea that maybe there's somebody who is not exactly related to you, but is by an extension, somebody a cousin even, who knows who it is, a neighbor of an uncle or an aunt.
So is that the Four of Wands?
That's the Four of Wands. Yeah. This is the Knight of Cups.
Okay.
So this is the Y column. Where and how, or the how column, where and how. And so the how sort of extends to the idea that maybe not only is it maybe somebody connected to you in your home life or family life, but maybe there's somebody that you didn't think about, or maybe there's somebody that you already had an impression about, and so that would have to be worked on or taken into account too, depending on what it was.
Well, I think how you find this is, the Knight of Pentacles, or Knight of Cups reversed, right? Knight of Cups, yeah. How, how you do this is by not being needy, by not being too, and by not being too, but at the same time, by not being too closed-hearted to revisiting, this situation, particularly if it's somebody from the past, or if it's somebody that somebody in your family wants to introduce you to. Don't close off to this, is the how here. And also, I think that's it. And the Four of Wands here, could indicate to me that maybe this is saying too that maybe you would do this by, going to places from the past that made you feel happy and joyful. Maybe you will find it there. I mean, that's a possibility too. I also think that to bring back some of that joy from your past, the connection that you have with family that might, or the bonds you have that might bring you closer to finding somebody you really are looking for. I don't know if that makes sense. This was a little bit more nebulous to me. Maybe you had a better handle on that.
I sort of feel that way too, that this really does involve, sort of being open-minded about anything that's possible here, but especially if it seems to be coming from previous connections or situations that have some amount of connection to it, even if it isn't a direct connection.
So we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Asal.
Majestic Love.
You're welcome,
Is
Asal.
up. What's next for Robert and Majestic Love?
Okay.
No contact. Okay. That's my Dancing in the Dark Tarot. Here you go. Okay, hi Crone. Well, good to see you here. Thank you for stopping in to watch.
Thank you. Yeah, there's just no way we could take anyone else, but we like being told that we're funny to watch or entertaining, so.
I like to think also because we're enlightening at the same time. All right.
We appreciate any feedback, really.
Honestly, next for Robert. Okay, well, we've got the Six of Wands up right here. Excuse me, we have the Ten of Pentacles upright. Well, this is pretty positive considering there's no contact, so I could go a couple different ways with this one. And it's the Two of Cups upright.
Okay, over in Lenormand, there's the storybook, which is the book, of course. And then there is the goldfish.
It's kind of odd here because I know that this has really been a problematic situation for you, Majestic. And everything here is so positive that I'm not going to just tell you, oh, it's all turning around. I can't help but wonder here if you aren't on two separate paths that are leading to this for yourselves, I'm not going to rule that out, but I will say if this is relating to you and Robert, there's a potential here that maybe something is going to start clicking again in some way. That there's a victory here of some sort. You feel like you're finally getting noticed, or maybe Robert's getting attention he deserves, or he's satisfied with that. There's this spirit of longevity here. I don't know how long. I cannot remember if you've had a relationship, how long you were together, but maybe there's a sense of either wanting something to happen again because there's a sense of feeling it could be long term, or just this feeling of the sense of value for one another, that even if you aren't together, you did value what you had to some degree. And there was a bond. There's clearly a bond between the two of you in some way, no matter how strained things may or may not have gotten.
Well,
I'm going to stop there.
I'm going to look at it a little bit differently, because as soon as we put the Six of Wands up there, I felt that this says if there's a no contact situation, but you're thinking intently about him, you have to also figure out what it is you can make him notice you, because
That's
of course
true.
he's not noticing you. And so that does imply more or less that you have to be somewhat forward, somehow in his face a little bit, or at least reaching out, that attempt at reaching out. But it may also be that maybe there's something intensely personal that he's dealing with, a family point of view, or that maybe somehow this is a focus for him, and therefore giving a slight clue to appeal to him on some sense of the solidarity or in-tuneness of a family. I don't know, that sounds a little bit shaky there. Still, I feel like if this is a progression of where things are going, then it could be saying this is really finding a way to reinvoke the trust and harmony that moves you towards some sense of a relationship again.
Well, I think he's kind of nailed this one in a way. That makes the most sense to me. But I'll tell you what really threw me for a loop, too, is seeing the fish and the storybook. And, this is going to be way out there. I'm just going to say it, though. It's a little bit different from what I would interpret maybe normally. But I feel as though you guys have shared lives together. Your story goes beyond this lifetime. There's an abundance here. This feeling, this sense to me when I saw that you've been around the block with Robert before in a past life. And probably more than one. And so, in some lifetimes we're either meant to be together or we're not. there's still that connection. There's still that bond.
I get a chill when you say things like that because
I couldn't help it. I saw it right away.
I get that feeling too. I guess I'm just going to go with you. I think you're feeling it more than I am, but I feel like that does suggest a possibility, and that could be why there is an ultimate destiny again, even if it isn't exactly the kind of relationship that you want, or for that matter, they want. It just sort of seems like there's still business ahead of you, that even if in this life you just end up being very deep friends,
or not.
That may be what happens.
I just feel there's a connection. And you know what? I could have said, well, your story with him is not over. There's still some abundant stuff to fill in the pages here. I could have said that. But really what hit me right away was this idea about the past lives. I do think it's true. And you feel it.
For our purposes here, of course, the Lenormand card was called the Storybook. And the Storybook is about fantastical tales.
Yeah, it's
that
really
always
the
have
book,
a kernel of the truth in them.
Book is generic enough where it can be any written journal. It could be a journal. It could be a book. It could be a research book. It could be a story. It could be our life story. I love to expand upon some of the, symbolism of these cards. So.
Alrighty, so that's what we have for you then.
And its title.
Hey, Tidal Wave. Wow, good for you. You're welcome, Majestic Love. And I think that's so awesome, Tidal Wave. You are the best.
Yay!
So let's see, which one do I want? I'm going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. I love when Violet gives us a little bit of her own input too, because oftentimes it's either very corollary, but maybe from her own angle, or it's an insight that we should mention too.
Yeah. There's so many ways to read and interpret the cards, and of course, it's up to you as, a client to look at them yourselves and what we're saying and maybe extrapolate even something a little bit different from that. It's all good. And
you're welcome, Violet. But of course, anybody here in our chat room is welcome to give us their input, offer a suggestion, or ask questions.
Not just give us their input, but give people their input,
Exactly.
Let's all share out there. I think it's wonderful when, and that's why I say our chats are so great. Everybody shares good stuff with each other.
Provoked sounds a little bit, I don't know, provocative.
Okay.
All right, so Tidal Wave. How will it go? So it's the Nine of Swords reversed. And it's also the Six of Pentacles upright.
Wow, title. So far, so good.
And then it's the Knight of Swords upright. These are really pretty stellar in a way. The greeting card, which is, of course, the letter. Oh, damn her.
Did you see her already?
No, I didn't.
Well, you will.
I didn't. Oh, no. It's the humbug.
It's the snake.
The snake.
There's always something, isn't there, title? A perfect reading. Dashed. No, it's not totally dashed, honestly. But I think you can, you can cast your fears aside. Any anxieties and stress should be easing now. You've got this badge. You're ready to start. And it looks like it's going to be awfully good for you. You feel like you're going to be getting what you deserve and what you desired, more importantly, out of this situation. And you'll be giving back in kind. The Six of Pentacles. It's like an even exchange, an even flow going on here.
They are, in fact, in German. You're right, Claudia. Anyway.
I was going to finish that one.
Go ahead.
And then finally, with the Knight of Swords, I think this is just saying, they have chosen well. You have chosen well. This is a place where you can really, this is going to be a place where you can really, use your head.
So I like these a lot. I think Banshee was really accurate about this title. I don't think you have very much to worry about. If you had been losing any sleep at all, you should discontinue that. And it feels to me like probably, I don't think it's going to be fabulous money, but I think it's definitely maybe going to offer a little bit more money. It's probably going to offer other things that might be more complementary to the situation. There may be an extra benefit or two somewhere else along the way, or it's a certain sense of autonomy that you may have in the position, that kind of thing. The Knight of Swords really is a strong supporter of this kind of energy, and I think it's just saying, play it as strong as you wish. You can't. It doesn't seem like you could come off as being overly ambitious or overly aggressive in the pursuit of this situation. It doesn't seem like you could.
Now the dark side. We do have the humbug, the snake, and the letter. And so I don't know here. There may be, I could look at this two ways. Again, this could be a person who feels some jealousy and maybe trying to stir up some stuff for you along the way here. This could be anything like starting a little email war, on a list, like so other people see it too. Somebody who kind of is a betrayer, somebody who likes to backstab. But also this could be maybe something in the contracts or things that you signed that don't that now seem a little bit deceptive to you, or it didn't tell you the whole story, or maybe you just didn't realize it when you signed and you feel a little bit deceived in some way. But honestly, I don't think this is going to be a bad experience. I think whatever this is, you'll probably be able to live with for now, and maybe should you decide to move on, you'll do so. But I think everything looks pretty darn good here.
Well, I'm almost wondering if maybe the Lenormand refers to something that sort of is around nowish, or the present activity there, that maybe there were just some naysayers out there, and this could be the kind of thing that had possibly given you some stress over that. But on the other sense, we're saying really there's nothing for you to stress about, and that you seem to me that kind of personality that doesn't take stress seriously unless it's super stress. So this is like nothing to you, I'm sure. Tidal wave.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that title.
You are, I'm sure. So good luck, and let us know, of course.
And congrats. I'm glad that worked out for you. And Siyama is up.
For a general.
And that would be your Lenormand. Got the ghosts and spirits. They're about to take a hiatus, I think. Although I love this deck. It's very nice.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Hey, you're welcome. Right.
So Banshee and I both got our latest COVID-19 update a couple days ago too, just before we went out to the psychic festival we went to.
I don't know if it was enough to protect us there, but since traffic was down a little bit at the shop, maybe we'll be okay.
Maybe.
Hopefully we'll be protected for February when we go to the big convention in Ypsilanti. Okay, this is a general. We have the Ten of Wands upright. We have Justice upright. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed.
In the Lenormand, we have the tower, known as the clock tower here. And then we have the sleigh, which is the ship.
Okay. Well, there are some burdens right now, Siama, and I think maybe for the next month or few months, that you really wish you feel overburdened. I don't know. I think you might have mentioned before that you were finishing school, or you're still in school. That could be it. That maybe right now you're feeling the weight of things, and there's this idea of trying to get balance, restore balance in some area of your life that seems to be burdensome right now. If it's not school, it could be something else, most definitely. And it could be related to money or some new venture that you would like to get started that seems to be delayed. Or, you're just not able to get that together. What do you think?
That's the Ten of Wands?
That's the Ten of Wands, yeah.
Thank you. It could just be that it's a matter of some sense of justice going on here, that maybe you're finding that there's some burdens here, but they're not going to easily move here. That's the Justice card. They may be laboring under false information, and some of that goes towards the Page of Pentacles reverse, because it may be that...
The Ace of Pentacles.
Oh, I thought it was Page. I'm
No.
sorry.
Sorry.
Well, that changes things a little bit then. This could just be saying that if we were trying to find a way to legally or somehow through a decision shift some burdens or remove certain burdens, there's going to be a slowness about this happening. It may take a while to alleviate what's going on. Some of this feels really harsh to you, but it seems to me like you're still going to have to deal with it until somebody else kind of takes charge of it or comes up with a better solution for you.
And then we have the Ship and the Clock Tower. And I think that might be saying that, you're moving away from something. You will be considering moving away from something. If it's, finishing school, for example, if it's moving away from working with a particular group or a institution of some sort, maybe where you were trying to get some financing or accomplish something, or maybe it's a place you worked at. You're going to be moving away from there.
In my mind, you're moving away maybe because you're realizing that there are better outcomes somewhere else, and that the outcomes you might have been expecting with the situation we saw here don't seem to be able to shift. You need to move somewhere else, because maybe that is a way of removing some of those obligations or burdens you feel you have.
That's what we have for you. I hope that helps. Good luck
All right,
with that.
Siama.
And we're on Preeti. Yeah, well, I didn't want, he got his
We both
flu and
Oh, that's
COVID
right,
at the
yeah.
same time. I didn't do that because I'm just a little worried about getting multiple shots of my blood issues that are going on. So I decided to wait a couple weeks for the flu shot, but I will get that one too. And gosh knows, probably before I go to the big event in February, I'll probably think about getting the RSV one. I don't think I've had that one yet. So...
General reading for Preeti. Thanks.
Okay.
Got it. So the first card, it's the reverse Six of Wands. The next card is the reversed Knight of Swords. And then there's the reversed Queen of Cups.
Wow.
I know.
That's so sad considering.
The crossroads. And the stars. So yeah, something seemed dismal here, and then other things seem not so dismal.
Man, I'm all blocked up today. I think it's really dry in here. I'm gonna have to get the little humidifiers going for the winter months. You know, Preeti, that first card, which is the
Reverse Six of Wands.
Yes. I wanted to say here that sometimes it's hard. I almost wonder if these are different things, but I think I'll try both approaches. So let's try this. Sometimes it's hard to stand out. It's hard to get the recognition you deserve, and people make you almost feel sometimes people are making rash decisions about you before they really get to know who and what you are, who and what you have to offer, etc. And it's very, it's demoralizing. It's rather depressing to you to, have people feel that way. But I feel here that, you need to start taking the path of optimism here. You're never going to get everybody to understand who you are and what you have to offer. You just keep needing to move forward till you find the people who can appreciate who and what you are. And so this is like you need to forge that optimistic trail. In other words, okay, I'm not needed here. I'll find another place where people can respect me, people can give me a job, or, somebody can give me the love in my life that I deserve.
It may make you feel sad or emotionally, distorted in a way because you don't feel people recognize things about you that you wish they would. But I think there's also a feeling too that maybe you also feel that people just sort of don't recognize you because they want to maybe be in charge of your life in certain ways. They want to make decisions for you, and you don't feel that they have served you well to some degree, which additionally can make you feel unhappy. And so I think Banshee's right.
Point.
I think Banshee's right, though, that ultimately you have to sort of remove yourself from thinking too much about those external forces or people and focus on your own positiveness. That every day is another path that you can explore, that's something different. And it's up to you to choose to see the path as bright and shiny or more advantageous than not. And so it's best to just sort of feel that you may never be able to stand out to certain people, and they may always feel like they should be able to dictate to you. Don't let them.
Your destiny is out there. You just need to walk the path towards it. Keep walking the path towards it. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right, Preeti. So Dextrose is up.
Yep. Hey, Dex.
And Dextrose writes, I've been penny pinching much as I can to keep from boredom at home. I wanted to buy 2 videos. Do I have permission? Do I have Tarot's permission to buy 2 games? Aww. You have my permission. Sometimes we just have to do what makes us feel good once in a while. Want to do a yes or no?
I'm going to do a yes no on that, Dex. We'll see what the cards say.
And I'll take the other letter one.
I hope they will not be harsh on you, because I feel you should be able to. Don't be grabby. He's grabbing me under this table here.
Shush. I know it's gross.
Old people shenanigans. Yeah.
So, yes or no? Does Tarot give permission for Dextrose to buy 2 new games, 2 new video games?
All right.
You know what else you can do, Dextrose, though? I don't know if this is possible where you're at, but a lot of public libraries in the States do offer video games as something they can circulate. Usually it's 1 to 3 weeks So if you are somewhere where there's a public library system and if you can get a card for your jurisdiction, maybe that's an option for you too. I will always try to promote libraries when I can.
Okay.
Leaning towards yes?
Of course you can. It's leaning towards yes. It's the Ace of Candles here. And then we have the Ace of Needles on the other side. In the middle was the Two of Candles. And did you say buying 2 games?
You did.
Well, there you have it. 2 nice games. I think that this is saying basically, look at where you're at right now. If you feel comfortable and confident that you've been really holding a line, go ahead and do this. I mean, it's a season of giving, and I think that means giving to yourself as well, especially, some joy, especially if, you've been really having a tough time of it. So do it.
And so in the Lenormand, we have the gingerbread, which is the public sphere, parks, etc., public awareness, and the clouds with the light side facing towards that. And I think the saying, if this issue has been, a question to you, think no more. You should just really go out and be open about that. You should just not even think it's something you should hide. You should celebrate the idea that you're having fun, that you're doing for yourself.
I know you mentioned these are videos, but if these are games that, the online games where you can engage with the bigger community and play with others, I think that would be really good right now too because of the gingerbread being here. It would make you feel better. So, or if you can play it with others, in your home environment, whatever the case may be, it would just make you feel better right now at a time you need a boost. So go for it. Why not? I think there's an iffiness here just because it wasn't a definite yes, but the card in the center is very positive. So
the Two of Wands in this context sort of says this is the plan.
Yeah. So good luck with that. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
'Tis the season.
Angel Rivera.
Okay, that's a tarot. Your deck, Miss Tarot?
Sure. So it doesn't have to be an oracle card?
No, he didn't ask for one.
Okay.
He wants to check what Spirit wants him to know. That's good. And now in the end of the semester.
Well then, I'm going to use my ghost tarot.
Ooh, okay. Do you want to do mine, or do you just want to do a general, a 3-card for that?
Thanks, Angel. Yeah, we can use yours. I like that.
Yeah, it's definitely humidifier time, Violet. I've got one down here. I've got to get it together. And then I've got one I got to pull out for upstairs, the bedroom. All right. Oh.
Your first card is the Four of Cups.
Are we doing the 3-card then and not
yes.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
So...
my reading or...
Yeah, your reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So basically this is what Spirit wants you to know and be aware of now about the semester.
Right. And it seems almost as if there's something that you probably won't know for a while yet, that there maybe are different outcomes that are possible. I think this is saying really too, when I look at the card, there's some sad imagery there. The person seeing, not quite seen the ghost offering him something. This could be saying, that there are things that you won't perceive easily, and you need to be as aware as you can on various levels of what is coming, because maybe it isn't really manifest yet. Maybe it's still at a semi-nebulous stage, or it's at a stage of imagining.
I think what the Four of Cups is basically saying is, that I can't imagine this as a slow time for you. The Four of Cups, you're usually
True.
pulling back.
Yes.
What I do tend to think this might be talking about, though, is a hidden opportunity that might be coming your way. I think that maybe perhaps, a little bit of the opposite of this card is at play here, is that, you might be really too busy to be recognizing what else is being offered, because you do have a lot on your plate right now. That's part of what the Four of Cups is about. It's not just about pulling back. It's about the fact that, hey, I've got a lot going on here, and I may not see that another opportunity for something is present to you right now. So why is this important?
It's the Page of Swords. It's important because this may be a situation that will call upon all of your graceful diplomatic ways of dealing with that situation, that you may have to dance a dance that you haven't danced before, to use that, the idea of maybe navigating between some very differences of opinions or situations that could revolve around these choices or these things that are piling up by mid-December.
Well, I think communication is definitely a big factor here. I don't know if this is going to be an opportunity to teach somebody something they need to know. If this is going to be in front of a group, if this is going to be part of a teamwork initiative, but it has something to do with communication, I feel, with others. And it could be the start of something new. Like, I don't know if it could be the start of some new, for example, I'm just throwing this out there as an example, like an information literacy program of some sort, but whatever the case may be, it's going to involve communicating to others in some way. And I think that'll be interesting because of my Lenormand. Go ahead.
So where will this ultimately lead to? Ooh, and it's the reversed 4. So we have another 4.
Oh, boy.
Of Swords. And, of course, that sounds like busy, coming back to life.
You're going to have a lot of energy. I mean, I almost feel like you're going to find this opportunity to be one that will be energizing to you. It'll be one you can really put a lot of your energy and your own skills and talents in. It's almost as if it's going to also bring renewed energy to your work life.
Whatever the situation is, engaging with it ultimately will also heal you in certain ways, maybe more emotionally or mentally than physically. That's what I think it is. It may just improve your opinions or how you feel about a lot of situations, especially when maybe you're trying to put the whole school year together for yourself and decide, was it a win or not? What do I need to change? Things like that. So the first Lenormand is the Anchor. And then it's the Partridges, which is the birds.
Which, again, the birds are all about communication. And networking and connecting with others, sometimes in a gossipy way, depending on, where it falls and what it falls with. But really, this is about connecting and communicating and networking. And I think you're going to be anchored in that, for a lot of the rest of the semester. And it looks likely to me that it is involved in some new initiative or project, or maybe a way of handling certain situations that are coming your way by the end of December.
Right. Maybe the flow with students, etc., will really just call for you to be totally centered on that, the anchor, that a lot of people will want to be communicating with you about what's going on with their own process. And you might have to help advise them more in that respect.
Hey, looks interesting, to say the least, Angel. You'll have to keep us posted if something does pop up in that regard. Good luck with that.
For the wicked.
Yeah, we are in Sun, Empress Aries, I think. Yes, hi,
Yes.
Sun.
And
I'm destined to move to Chicago in May of next year.
you're welcome, Angel.
Is that my deck or yours?
It's your deck.
Okay.
Want to do a yes or no?
I'm wondering if we should do a yes, no, and maybe 3 cards if we need to.
All right. You are so welcome, Angel. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Angel. I'm going to use my, what is this deck called again?
Tinsel.
Tinseltown Tarot. That's right.
My
No
goodness.
rest for the wicked, indeed. But at least it sounds like it could be invigorating, exciting. As exciting as we can get in library land, right?
Earlier today, Banshee's Material Manners was on at 10 a.m. and we were in the chat room discussing the reading. It's pretty good financial information. You can view it at any time on our YouTube channel.
And not being too argumentative or silly either.
And I'm sorry,
Uh,
Felagway, but our list is closed. We're actually less than 20 minutes from closing, and we're probably already going into overtime. Sorry, we won't be able to take you. We are on again Thursdays, and Thursdays can sometimes be a little less busy, but the trick in either case is arriving earlier because we tend to fill up within
the
a half
first
an
half
hour.
hour.
Yeah,
yeah.
and then we can't take any more. So thanks for coming by, though.
All right, yes, no, let's see what we get.
Thank you, Dr. Victor. Appreciate that.
Oh. Huh. Well, it's leaning towards yes. It's not a perfect world here, but it's leaning towards yes. Hey. So if that's what you're really hoping for, that this is your destiny, these are reversed, but that doesn't matter in this reading, son. This card does, though, and we'll get to that. Those are just saying that it's leaning towards yes. And then you have the King of Swords reversed. So I think what this means is that it may be a little bit slow in coming. It just may not happen as quickly as you would like. Or I think here that you really are going to have to plan this out. That's all. You're going to have to do a better job of trying to, not put the cart before the horse. In other words, make sure everything is in place before you do it. Think it through. Think the move through. Don't do it out of a place of, well, I got to get out of here, nothing's working right for me, or I got to hurry and do this now. Do it because it's the right time and you have everything ready and in place to do it.
When I saw the King of Swords in the middle, even reversed, I thought this is about strategy. And so this is, swords is about, you know this, son, clarity and mental, processes. So this is saying make sure you try to put it all together for yourself. Strategize your move, make sure you understand all of that. But it is leaning towards yes, so that's really good, I think. And then in Lenormand, we got the star, and that's good. The star says that there's success here and that there's really a sense of, feeling like the outcomes will be hopeful. But you do also have the mountain. So it is saying that in order to get to that, you will have to go through some obstacles. And so once again, reinforcing the message of strategizing. But I don't think it negates the answer at all.
No.
It just says like, hey, you're moving, several states away. Of course, it's going to be a little bit, problematic, but you can do it.
So you know what? In other words, don't allow, you could make things harder for yourself if you don't plan it out well. You could make it a good experience or a bad experience depending on how you put things together. The place where you want to live, all the things you want to do there. make sure it's exactly what you want, because otherwise you're going to have some hurdles and burdens and obstacles impinging on, the good fortune that's awaiting you there. Don't make it more difficult on yourself. Make sure you have everything together, and I think it'll happen for you. So good luck with that.
All right.
Not
Good luck,
bad.
Stellar.
Not bad.
Oh. You're welcome. Best wishes. So Kara is up. Hey, Kara.
Hi, Kara. Hope you're
Kara,
feeling a little better.
Hope you're feeling better. All right, I'm going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows for you. No, I get it. Yay.
Elderberry. I have a nice elderberry tea with something else in it. It's a nice immunity tea. I forget what it's called. Divine Immunity Blend. I forget. I should drink some of that today after our public event yesterday.
So we're doing your reading for this, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. That's
What is
fine.
hidden that I don't see but I need to know?
Yep.
All right, so the first one is the Eight of Swords, and it's upright. Maybe, Kara, you don't realize that you are holding yourself back, or what is holding yourself back. It may be that you don't have that perception for some reason, that you don't realize there is something that's holding you back. It could be because you haven't really identified where you really want to move forward outside of that. Like maybe, this is also about your sense of an ambition too. Like, where would you go if you stepped outside of the cage? So I think that could be that.
I like that in a way. Where would you go if you stepped out of the cage that you're putting around yourself, Kara? It's almost as if you're putting barriers, and maybe that's what's hidden from you, is you don't realize that sometimes you're putting barriers and blocking your own success. It may not even be a matter of self-doubt or self-esteem issues, but it could be, because a lot of this card is about the shoulda, woulda, couldas, or in other words, can't, will never happen, I won't kind of attitude here. So maybe you don't realize sometimes that we put up our own barriers and we could walk around them anytime we choose to stop doing that.
So why is this important? Because you want to be haughty Queen of Discs. You want to be in charge. Well, no, the Queen of Discs, though, really is saying you want to be able to creatively manage your problems, manage your situation. You want to manifest. And if you feel you're behind the eight ball, then that will kind of spill over into how you can achieve manifestation.
Why is this important? Because you have so much you want to give to others. This is the Queen of Pentacles. She's very benevolent in giving and nurturing. She wants to nurture others, So these barriers and these boundaries that you may be placing in front of yourself might be getting in the way of that.
Where will this lead to? The reversed Ten of Rods, the reversed Ten of Wands. Well, that's really finding a way to transfer, shift burdens or obligations, alleviate them. And so I'm thinking that this could be saying once you have this idea down of you holding yourself back and realize that, you are about trying to manifest for everyone, including yourself, this will help you move towards relieving those burdens.
So where is all of this heading? It's heading towards you easing a sense of heaviness about you. You know, in other words, this is a heavy feeling that, you know, you've got to protect yourself and your self-worth when you have so much to give to others that you could be, if you could just let go a little bit of the self-preservation and trust more. And I feel here that's a heavy thing to carry. And, you know, that once you do this, once you release it and you start giving of yourself more, you will feel less burdened. You will feel less stress. You will feel like maybe finally you're set out doing what needs to be done, and in a way that doesn't take so much out of you. Because it's hard to do that and give to others when you're so busy protecting yourself.
All right. So what do you got?
So,
yes, people do like that. Thank you. So the first lemon is the mistletoe, which is the heart. And the second one is the goldfish, which is the fish.
you're filled with an abundance of love, and, you know, you should be sharing, you know, that with the world, you know, to empathize, to you know, to share with people, though, too, who deserve it, you know. And that's the bottom line, too, I think, here is, you know, they're full of so much love that maybe that's why you feel sometimes you need to set up these boundaries. Sometimes it's so subconscious with us that we don't realize we're doing it, you know, that we might be blocking the very thing we should be sharing with others. And once you let up that guard and let go of some of the burden of that, you know, you have plenty of love to give and receive from others.
You will be most successful when you understand all of that, and the idea that really giving from your heart is really for you what's going to make you feel the best. You know, that other accomplishments will feel good, but when you know you're really giving of yourself and from your heart, that's going to feel the best for you, Kara.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. It was a heartfelt message.
All right.
Okay. We are on Alicia. Hi,
Alicia. You're welcome, Kara. Checking on their money again. LOL. Why not? All right, Alicia, we're going to do it right now.
Well, we got the Wheel of Fortune upright.
Bam. I like that.
Well, double bam. It's not like a super bam, but it's a nice card. The Six of Pentacles upright.
Nice also.
And the Nine of Swords reversed. And you, Mr. O.
So I have the clock tower, which is the tower, and I have the letter. The greeting card, and I like that. I think that portends something interesting.
Boy, you know, we might have had kind of a sticky reading for you the last time, if I recalled, but it looks like your luck is about to change, or maybe timing is going to be right to do something that will even things out, that will balance the books, so to speak, that will perhaps provide you the money you were expecting and you felt you had coming. So, I mean, it's that whole give and take thing. You know, you're expecting it because you truly had it coming.
I agree with that. The Wheel of Fortune really says you are moving into a cycle of luck. And so things that you've been expecting are really kind of holding in an intentional way probably are coming through for you. That could be that Six of Pentacles.
And that Nine of Swords here, reversed, is just saying some of your fears and anxieties or anything you may have been losing a little sleep over, could dissipate now. You might realize that, what was I worried about? Because it just seems like now everything might be turning in a more positive direction.
Agree. So when I look at the Lenormand, the letter, and the clock tower, I sort of feel this is a communication maybe coming from people that work with you on investments or banking in general or other things of the sort that are about, generating or securing, this money for you. And I feel this is a good sign that you will hear something soon relatively about either this good luck happening, a rise in the investments you've made, something like that.
Well, you're either going to get news or it has something to do with some documents that you might have to sign. Something comes your way that could be of a legal situation or, or other financing or things that you were hoping for, money coming through, changing over, transferring funds, changing stocks, whatever the case may be. It may involve some type of legal paperwork. I'm not going to rule that out because also the clock tower could magnify that with the letter.
That's true.
It could have something to do with work or employment, or if you're thinking of establishing a business and you were trying to get financing, all of that could be in play here. So it looks positive.
Maybe it could be a job offer.
It could be. It absolutely 100% could be if you have apps out there. So, yeah.
All right.
So I wish you luck with that. Everything looks pretty good here.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, that's right. Wow.
Dr.
That was
Victor
pretty
is up.
cut and dry, I have to say, Alicia.
Yeah, I really hope so.
Good luck with that.
You're interviewing too. Good. Good luck to you then.
Oh. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, I'm not going to rule that out. Those two cards could definitely be about
You're
that.
welcome.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right. So Dr. Victor wanted
It was
to
about
know.
visas, right?
Right.
How
Was
do you
expecting 2 visa outcomes. Will they both be positive? We should do the 2 and 2, right?
I wonder if we should do the 2 and 2. Let's do it. Okay.
It's my deck, right?
Yeah, and I guess I should do 2 Lenormand for this one, I think.
I think so. Okay, I'm going to use my Global Fusion Intuitive.
Okay.
Hi, Dr. Victor. Thank you, Alicia. Yes, it is a little bit chill lately.
Yep, it is. Is it still snowing out, Mr. O? I don't think it is. Oh, yes, it is, but very lightly.
Yeah, we have more than a dusting.
There's some on the ground.
We have an advanced
a little dusting on the ground. It's not that bad. But boy, it's going to be cold when we go out then.
I know.
We were supposed to go to the gym after the show and work out.
Maybe we'll go somewhere and have hot soup.
I don't know if I want to go out anywhere, really.
Okay,
though.
maybe we'll find some hot soup at home.
Hot tea would be good.
Yeah, we are, Angel.
Yeah, we are today, but not as bad as they thought. And even at its worst, they said we could get 1.5 inches, but it looks like it's been mixed with a little rain today, so it's just a dusting.
Okay, Dr. Victor, we didn't really have a way of designating between the 2 offers, so I'm just doing them as offer 1, offer 2, and their definition or detail may ring to you about which one they are. Okay, so this is for Visa offer 1. The first card is the 4 of Wands, and it's upright. It's a beautiful card. Then Visa offer 2's first card is the reversed Ace of Cups. So that automatically tells a story,
just
perhaps.
Move on.
Card 2 for Visa offer 1 is the Page. No, I'm sorry. This is Justice. Major Arcana Justice. Pretty
Okay.
card.
Okay.
And then card 2 for offer 2 is the reversed Queen of Hearts, Cups.
Okay, so before you go, let's do this. The first offer, we have the Midnight Moon, the moon, and the crossroads. And then we have the stocking, and the sleigh. You know what? You did that one right, but you switched these. I saw you do it.
I did do that. Right.
So I want to fix it.
Okay.
Sorry.
I knew it.
Get my little hands in there. Well, the first offer looks the best, but I'm not going to rule out that the other one may come through too, because you got some positive Lenormand here that could indicate yes, but these are not very positive. Let's take a look at this, because literally it's all pretty positive.
Right, that Four of Wands looks like this would be a home. This would be a home for you.
One of these is coming through. I just wanted to say that. I just want to say one of these is coming through for sure.
Yeah.
And the one that comes through, go ahead.
It could be that one because it feels like that's a home. The Four of Wands talks about home or being able to build a foundation.
Also speaks about celebration. In other words, you're going to have reason to celebrate that this is coming through. And that's, again?
Justice.
Justice. You'll just feel that everything looks good. Everything has been checked and rechecked, or whatever you want to say. But, legally, everything is fine. It's going to come through.
Right. If there's any question about the viability of the visa documentation, everything seems to be on the up and up.
There's just no question. There's just no problem. It's going to fly through without a problem. I think here that there's a crossroads here, which means a decision's being made that will be a successful one for you. That's what it means. So there's a choice or decision being made, and it's one that's successful for you. So I like that.
To go ahead with that too. I think that's true.
Go ahead with that.
All right. So then in option 2, it seems like there might be something here that you really might like about it, but there's a delay here. Like maybe this is actually the one that maybe in your heart you feel you're more drawn to, but it seems like there's something emotionally stifled here. Maybe you don't really like this one as much. I'm not really sure. It seems like there's more problems here emotionally and that something's not working out. The Queen of Cups reversed is also saying that maybe this could be more of a pipe dream. Maybe this is more your imagination saying, I want that. But like I indicated with that ace, it's more problematic in a way.
Well, you've got 2 visa apps going in. That's really what it's about. It looks like you want to come to the U.S. And so I'm just going to say the other one just might get stuck somewhere, stalled, and is a bit of a disappointment in that regard. However, it could possibly be moved upon too and bring you joy. It just may take longer. In other words, I almost feel like you're going to hear from the one and get a positive response this week. And this one, I'm just not so sure about.
Right, and I forget the stocking.
It's the gift. It's the gifts.
Right, so
the flowers.
This one could still be a ways off, but might feel like it could happen too, but it just doesn't seem to be as soon as this one might be. I think that's true.
So that's what we
Alrighty.
That's what we see for you. Something's coming through. You'll have to keep us posted, Dr. V. I hope it's true.
Good luck and safe travels.
Good luck. Okay. No, Neelam, we're sorry. We are closed. There's a sign up. The list is closed.
Yeah, it's already too late. We're actually in overtime. Claudia asks, what do I need to know about moving away from this current job? Okay. Should we do that as your reading?
No.
Alrighty.
I think 3 cards for that one.
Hopefully we can see you again next time, Neelam. Thanks. We are on again Thursday. What do I need to know about moving away from this current job? By the way, Claudia, I know we'll probably see you at Convocation, so this one here is doing a class there on tarot. We don't know when it's scheduled, but it should be cool. All right.
Okay, the first card is the King of Cups upright. Wow. The second card is the Queen of Swords upright. And the third card is the Lovers upright. Wow. I know these are all mixed up. They are not all upright.
So the Lenormand gives us the Fireplace, which is the sun, and the Stork, which is
oh my
pretty much
goodness.
its
So what do
own
you need
newness.
to know about moving away from this current job? There's good stuff moving away from this current job. I almost want to say when I see the Lovers here, good choice, kid. It's a good idea to move away from that job. It will definitely be advantageous towards you. You almost feel like it's the right decision here, you know. Maybe it's not the easiest decision that you have to make, or maybe circumstances are making it easy, but I feel here it's a decision you know is right for you. And it's going to emotionally stabilize you more. I feel like maybe if things had been kind of stressful at the present job, to say the least, this is going to put you in a much better place and position. And I think the Lenormand is signaling that too, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Right, with that King of Cups there, I sort of feel like this is the best way to go. Is you do need to know this is about making yourself, be your true self, a much warmer, nicer person. Sure, we're all, capable of being vicious once in a while, but this is saying like you don't want to fall into that toxic workplace. And it also says too that there may be a person or two whose friendship you did like and appreciate there. There's some amount of regret perhaps about that, but you really have to do this decision. It is for the best of yourself.
And the Lenormand, holy cow. You've got the Stork here and you've got the Fireplace, which is the sun, which indicates to me this will open you up to a new beginning that will prove very successful, warm. Look at the warm fireplace. You'll just feel so much better there. You'll feel you have what you are truly looking for. And so whether it's more money or whether it's better conditions, you're bound to achieve it.
And I feel like that Lovers there, that is saying that this choice will come to you. I don't know how or why, because we really sort of went in just with the general idea there. But yes, you do need to get away from there.
Yeah.
And it is about maybe finding that right choice, So hopefully it will come to you, Despite what others say, the economy is improving, I think. So, hopefully it won't be much longer.
Wish you luck with that, Claudia. Good luck with that. Looking good. Those cards were nice.
Alrighty.
All right, Sherry, you are up. I hope you're with us.
Yes, that was Meryl Streep. Thank you.
It's an entire Meryl Streep deck. I couldn't believe it when I heard it.
Thanks,
and I
Claudia.
almost wasn't going to buy it because I don't know a lot of her films, but the cards were awesome. I'm really glad we got it.
Thanks, Claudia. It'll be nice to see you in February. If we don't see you beforehand. Okay, so Sherry's question is about her long drive tomorrow.
Okay.
Will the drive go good and safe? And is there anything that Sherry needs to know about it?
Okay.
So that'll be my deck.
And I'll take the Lenormand.
And I'm going to take the Secrets Tarot again for that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a kick-ass one. Whoop, did I say that? I did.
What are you talking about, Convo?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know if we're going to get a hotel room or not, but if I'm doing a program with the weather in Michigan, you just never know how bad driving will be. We may have to, but I worry about leaving my poor little kitties. We can always come home, I guess, during their visit them.
Whenever we've been to Convocation in the last so many years, we have not stayed there.
Yeah.
We've done day tripping. And it's mostly worked for us, but now they're a little bit further away, so
I have to think about it.
Okay, what do they need to know about their drive?
You are next, Violet. We are going to get to you. Goodness.
You mean we're already at the end?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Well, we should be. It's after 4.
Well, if we were a little bit less talky, both of us, we
I-
could have been on time.
I think 10 after 4 is
And
not
we
so
read
bad.
for everybody today.
I think
on
10
the
after
list.
4 is not so bad. So, sadly or not, Sherry, I have the 5 of Swords reversed here,
Ooh.
which I'm not especially
and what was this
liking.
question about?
Their long trip.
Oh, okay.
Let me read it again.
Yeah.
They're taking a 17-hour drive tomorrow to be with family.
Got it.
Family. And they want to know if the drive will be good and safe and if there's anything they need to know about it.
Okay.
Okay, so the next card, though, is the 6 of Wands, and it's upright.
That's good.
And then finally, there's the Fool, and that's upright.
a travel card for sure.
Yeah,
And
so
here, how about this?
loyalty with the kitten or dog and the home. And you did say it's about family, so
You're driving with family to see family.
17 hours, which is a long
Well,
drive.
there could be some arguments and disagreements here. Don't let, the tension of the drive or whatever, mess up the trip. Try to be the peacemaker if you can. I have to say that sometimes, there are just some things people may have trouble letting go of. And I almost sense this is about getting there, right? You asking about the travel and trip and what you need to know. But I think overall it will be successful. It will be a good trip. There's not going to be any hang-ups. It's going to be an adventure. Overall, it's going to be like, it's almost going to seem unique to you in some way. I don't know why. I mean, we're going back to familiar grounds or familiar people, but yet it's almost as if it's an adventure, and that maybe if you've been away for a while, you're finding out some family things you hadn't heard, whatever the case may be.
I agree with you, Violet, on your observation about the stream, but Sherry, I feel like maybe the 5 of Swords reversed could be talking about the overall logistics problem. The swords are about movement, and you're driving 17 hours. It's the post-Thanksgiving week, so there may be people who are flying back, driving back, etc.
Good point.
So I think that this may relate to the fact that it's going to be a little bit busier, more stressful. Please drive carefully.
Yes.
Make sure you're well rested when you're driving. But I think mostly your family, whether it's the ones you visit or the ones you're with, they will really feel like you were in charge. You did what was right. You were the capable leader type person. And other than that, I think the Fool just says it's going to be pleasant journeys.
It's going to be a pleasant journey and adventure overall. And look, you've got the home and you've got the kitten, which is like you're visiting your family, you're visiting the home front, and there's a lot of love, trust, and bonding to be had there. So I think overall it's going to be a very pleasant trip. I don't know what your and I'm saying this not knowing what your relationship is with family that you're visiting, whether you're on good terms or not, but I think it's going to go rather well. It just looks like it. There is this factor, though, so
I think that concerns the travel itself.
I want to say that, too, but if this does reflect some rift between you and a family member you're visiting here, just try not to escalate it.
Well, you'll still come out on top.
Yeah, thank you. You'll still come out on top. I like that.
But I agree with Banshee's observations, too, about the home and the kitten, that this really does feel like it's a visit you need to make and will be appreciated.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
good luck with that.
Good luck. So that means, of course,
Violet Lotus.
Violet Lotus.
Did
Violet
DH
Lotus.
and I have a past life connection, or so kind of connection, and what was that connection like?
That's great. I'm glad to hear that,
I'm glad
Sherry.
to hear you get along. That's awesome. So yeah, he might be right. It might be something you're encountering with the
Traffic, logistics.
aggressive driving out there. Yeah, so just be mindful. We saw a little bit on our trip yesterday. People that just can't,
Yeah.
wait. All right.
I'll take those, Lenormand.
Violet Lotus. I have The Mystic Melodies. What? What is that about? I don't even know. Did I wreck the camera? No, sorry.
No.
Still standing.
Hopefully you're the only one watching this, Violet. You're used to us being weird. Or
Sigh.
me. Victoria, are you watching our weirdness? Are you still here? Have a wonderful day and have a safe trip. We'll see you later.
All right. Holy moly. Okay, you're familiar with the question, right? That
Yes,
she's
whether they have a
asking.
past connection. I don't know who to tell to run, him or you.
It's the
Ten
Ten of Swords.
Run, DH, run!
And then there's the Eight of Cups, reversed.
That sounds karmic.
And then there's the Seven of Wands, upright. I don't know, well, just give me a minute, because I do have something here for you. Yikes is right.
I know, this is really freaky in a way.
Well, come on, get those cards out. I need to see them. Is that him? It's DH.
He's melting.
He's not melting.
He's not melting. Oh, dear.
There's something up here.
Yeah,
And
there's a weird past
I
life.
almost think
about
it's,
it.
it's not answering the question per se about this. Have a past life connection. Okay, yes, you do have a past life connection. I think this is gliding onto a specific life for sure, And I feel in this lifetime that DH, I almost feel this is DH. Or you. It's hard for me to say. It's either you or DH that felt hurt in this life, grievously hurt. I mean, this is the cross reversed, the candy cane, or the cross, I'm sorry, in the Lenormand. And I feel here that he felt a lot of grief and sorrow over something. Could it be because of something he did to you, though? Or could it be because of something you did to him? Somebody betrayed the other here in a big way.
My psychic flash says he couldn't save you. And he spent a lot of his life afterwards in regret, feeling like he couldn't move on. It's just a feeling I have. The Seven of Wands could be saying, of course, that he tried to do that right thing, but he wasn't able to save you. And that caused sadness to him.
I can't agree here completely with him, but I see what he's saying. And so it is worth considering if that resonates with you, most definitely.
It's a possibility.
Because when I looked at that Seven of Wands, I thought there was a power struggle here of some sort between the two of you. And I can't help but wonder if instead of being in a love relationship, if this wasn't some sort of sibling rivalry. I wonder if you were brothers in this life. I know. It's crazy.
Well, maybe there's more than one possibility over more than one life. Maybe there's a pattern here where you reoccur in each other's lives, and this is, once again, another chance for you to do better by each other.
And I feel here with the Eight of Cups, which I don't think I really referred to, is that it seemed as though maybe because you were connected by multiple lifetimes or some lifetimes previous to this, you just can't, you couldn't move away from each other here. It was a really toxic, relationship or rivalry, and you were stuck in it. You were stuck in kind of a vicious circle that did not end well. It ended, I feel, with a lot of regret on DH's part, maybe more than you.
Well, I definitely feel that there's more some sense of sorrow or bad feeling about this outcome on his part.
Like, wow. I'm just
I know,
not
this is a
sure.
pretty wow kind of reading here.
It was almost as if something kept you going at it, and something kept you together, even though you knew maybe that you should move on, but, that you always felt you had something to settle with one another, and it caused a lot of grief. Yikes. And I can't imagine how this is carrying over into this lifetime, really.
Don't know.
Other than perhaps that this is a period where now you're able to move beyond the pain that was caused, and you're here now to support each other, to support each other against attacks at one another. I wonder,
Right, maybe this is saying that, in some respect, now this life is about having each other's backs when
Yes.
it wasn't in the last one or in this particular one.
I'm almost wondering.
Interesting.
So, wow, pretty powerful.
A cold fish.
In this life, well, everybody has their moments, Scorpio.
Cold fish are best served. No, never mind. It's revenge is a dish best served cold. Cold fish is a dish served with revenge.
That's right. And so that's why I'm thinking here, where all of this was a rather toxic stick-to-itiveness, this here is not necessarily so. It's you two against toxicity from the outside trying to bring you both down. Maybe that's the lesson here too, is, that you were meant truly to work together and not, kind of be in this cycle of battle and warfare.
So maybe there's more to explore here on another
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, that was pretty deep. Jeez. Ah.
I'm getting chills. Oh wait, we got to turn the heat up.
Anyway, holy cow. We'll
Thank
leave
you.
it at that, Violet.
Appreciate that. I don't know if it's spot on.
Well, if
We
she
don't really
says,
know.
she says.
All right, that's okay then.
That's okay with me. That's right.
So,
hey, what
love
a
you all
great
to
show.
death.
We read for everybody today.
We did.
Woohoo. That
You're
is
welcome.
amazing. And yes, Violet, you have a point to be made by moving it despite how we may try to drag it. You moved it forward. You had and thanks to everybody in the chat for all the people who left their questions in advance or who were here when they were called. That's very important.
We
So-
expect you to always do this.
Yes, we run a tight ship here. We want to thank you all. We enjoy the company and reading for you. Thanks again. And we hope to see you here Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more fun and games and enlightenment. Okay, take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.